there, welcome to Supergrads. My name is Brenda, and today in this session, we will discuss some of the most important topics to bear in mind when preparing the verbal ability section of IPMAT Indore and other related entrance tests. Now, to understand the most important topics, first and foremost, we need to understand the structure and the organization of the paper. One of the most important, one of the most prominent topics that you can expect to see in this paper or in these papers is are questions based on reading comprehension passages. So if I talk about IP Mat Indore, you can expect at least two moderately long passages followed by 6 to 7 questions per passage. Now, these are essentially MCQ. So the question prompts will be followed by multiple answer choices. One will be right and the others will obviously be wrong. So these carry +4 -1 marking scheme. So if you attempt the question right, you get +4, and if you make a mistake, you lose 1 mark. That's how it structured. Now coming back to the passages, so these passages come from various genres. So these can be around entertainment, sports, literature, and even current affairs. So reading from a variety of sources can be a good way to enhance your reading skills. Now, the question types can be the questions that are directly stated. So we call them the direct or explicitly stated questions. You can expect answers directly mentioned somewhere in the passage. So you come here, mark the answer, get the answer right. Um, then they can be inference-based questions. You need to understand the intent of the writer to be able to mark these answers. And then they can be questions around contextual vocabulary. So they'll pick a word, give you some choices to choose from, and then you will be asked to choose the right answer based on the demand of the question. So they can ask you the synonym of the word, they can ask you the antonym of the word. These will be followed by questions around vocabulary. We can expect at least 17 to 18 questions around vocab alone. So these can range from idioms and phrases to words that confuse to small paragraphs where with 3 to 4, sometimes 1 or 2 blanks. Again, followed all of these followed by multiple answers. So it's a good strategy to work on idioms and phrases because and then words that confuse. These encompass words that look identical, words that sound identical, words that share common spelling, but all of these have different meaning. Then, when it comes to the third question type, wherein they'll give you a paragraph and with missing parts, followed by multiple answer choices. So, you need to have a good understanding of the word, its connotation, what part of speech it is, and like I said, this can range from 1 filler to 2 to 3 to 4 fillers also. This will be followed by questions around grammar. So they will give you a statement, they'll underline a part. This part contains errors. There can be one error, there can be multiple errors in the single underlined part. This will be followed by multiple choices. So you need to understand the problem. You need to mark the choice that rectifies the problem stated. Now, the kind of errors, these errors revolve around parts of speech. These are around tenses, modifiers, parallel structure, sometimes voice narration. So these are some of the common topics around which have been included as plausible errors in this section. So it's a good strategy to work on these parts and have a good understanding of these topics of grammar. Then you can expect questions around paracompletion. So as the name suggests, they take a paragraph, remove a part. It could be the first line, the middle line, the last line. Again, multiple answer choice based. So you need to understand the context. You need to choose the right answer. And then you can expect questions around parajumbles. Again, more or less on the same lines. They take a paragraph, break it in parts, shuffle the parts, put them in front of you, and they ask you to rearrange them to make a coherent structure. Now, unlike all the other sections, here you will not have multiple answer choices. So you'll have to type in the answer. Now, this is how most of these papers are structured. These are the topics around which you can expect questions in these entrance tests. Now, just the understanding of the concept or the topic will not help you. You need to engage with the language. So, when it comes to vocab, try and understand the connotation, the part of speech, and try to understand the word itself. Don't try to memorize whether it is vocab or grammar. These papers demand conceptual understanding from the student. So, understand the concepts, have clarity, and understand how to apply these concepts when it comes to these papers. So, writing a lot of mocks is a good strategy. Well, I hope this clarifies a lot of doubts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We will be back with more. Take care. Bye bye.